Hi everyone, I'm at Dearne Valley Pallet here to talk about everything technology, and I'm going to talk to John. Hey John.
Hey Matt, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, how are you?
Good, thanks.
So John, what do you do at NEXT? Like, what's your role?
So I'm an IT domain manager,
Yep.
and I look after the whole of warehouse tech, who service all the 9 major warehouses that we've got and all the regional service centres as well.
So quite a big remit then.
Quite
yeah?
a big remit.
And what sort of team size are we talking in terms of that?
So I've got a permanent heads of about 140 people.
Ooh.
And 3 overseas teams as well, so
Yeah.
about 170 in total.
And that's everything to do with the technology that goes into our warehouses and logistics, is it?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Well, should we go and have a look around and kind of show me like some of that coming to life and
Yeah.
like where the software that you guys work on like is like fundamental to the running of NEXT?
Yep, let's do it. Yep.
Let's go. So where are we now then, John?
So this is the DVP high bay, Matt.
Big.
It's very big. This holds around 116,000 pallets when it's full. Apparently at the moment it's about 70% full.
Wow. And where? And this is just all our stock, is it? Yeah.
All our stock, retail and online.
And what's going on here then? Like in terms of this, is this something that you and your guys are programming to work and function and read the stock? Yeah.
So just outside there is the intake area. We scan the stock on our system to the pallets.
Yeah.
That stock then comes in here, as you can see,
Yeah.
and we pass it over then to a third party called Savoir, who run the high bay.
Right. Okay. So you're talking to the third party.
That's what this complex is all about.
Oh, the whole of DVP Dearne Valley. That's kind of the intricacy.
Yeah, well, you'll see as we go through, there's many third parties,
Right.
and that's really the complexity, is the interaction with the third parties.
And then it's you and your teams joining them all together.
Correct.
Making sure they speak to each other. Yeah. And then they'll go up there into storage, and then will they come out when they are then needed?
Yes, and we'll see that in the next bit.
All right. So should we go through that door and have a look upstairs then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
great.
Go on. It's getting busy now.
Yeah, so they'll be ready for some of the outbound depots now at this time of the day, so
I think people don't realise as well. I think until you come, you don't realise actually how big it is, do you? And how much of a big operation it is up here.
no, and remember the scale, this is just 1 of 9 warehouses.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's huge, absolutely huge.
Which again, you and your teams are working with the warehouse and logistic teams to make it all operate, yeah?
Yep, 24/7, yeah.
Yeah, there's a ton of stuff happening now, so yeah, and we're going upstairs to see another floor, are we, and see what that looks like.
Yeah, we'll go up and see the geek robots.
Geek robots.
This is the exciting bit of the day.
Cheers, John. So when did the geek robots first come into play?
So it was around 2019 we did a proof of concept.
On this site, or?
No, that was in Emsall.
Okay.
Yeah. And then roughly about 18 months later we started the main project.
Must have worked then.
Well, it's still ongoing actually with, with the
right.
Poznan team, but yeah, it's been a great project.
Right, cheers. So these the geek robots on this floor, or oh no.
No, so
Where are the geek robots, John?
no, they're on the next floor. So this
Right.
gives you some idea really of conventional picking
Okay.
and our old layout of warehousing. We'll see how different it is upstairs on the geek floor. So these are the long aisles. The pickers go round with their trolley with a handset, and as you can see, they could walk for miles just to fill up for one particular batch.
So the two are still working together, yeah?
Still working together, yeah, but this is old school now. And yeah, you'll see in a minute
Okay, so
what
should
the
we
new
take a
world looks
walk?
like.
And I guess as well, with all the technology, like, what's the technology you use on the wrists?
That's the RF.
That's
radio
again
frequency.
stuff that you and your teams are developed.
We
yeah?
develop all that, yes.
And that's all done in-house, is
All
it?
done in-house.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And is that something Next has always done?
Yes, yes, and therefore we can change it quickly, we can adapt, makes things a lot better for us.
Is it good having that in-house technology team then, do you reckon?
Absolutely.
It's vital, yeah.
Yeah, but as I said to you earlier, you know, a lot of this is connected to third parties.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's
so it's both.
It's the interaction really.
It's the interaction between that. Okay. Right, let's go upstairs and see these geek robots.
Yeah, here we go.
So we're on the geek floor then, John. Robots.
Robots, yeah.
Robots. Robots everywhere. So what are we, where are we now? Like, where are we because we've kind of been going for a bit of a journey, haven't we, of like how the product comes in and, then how it then gets sorted.
Yeah, so this is the, inside there again is the high bay.
So that's what we saw
downstairs.
Right at the start.
That's
right. Oh, that's good timing, isn't it? So this is the high bay and we've got robots coming in and out collecting stuff from here,
right.
Is that right?
Yeah, so the pallets come out here as we request a pallet stock from our systems, and these robots are called the JBTs, or sorry, the company's called the JBTs, and effectively we do the interface there to take this pallet. Maybe this one won't stop here, but we'll just have to wait and see. But these take the pallets to wherever they're needed on this floor.
All right, I see. So this is kind of taking it from the high bay and then going around. Oh, and we're in luck.
And we're in luck. So let's watch this.
And when you say interface, what do you mean by that? It kind of, what are you interfacing with, sorry?
So we're connecting to the JBT system to tell them that this pallet of stock needs to go to either the geek zone or the manual area.
Right.
And on this floor, obviously, it's the geek zone.
So pick that up, off it goes.
Yeah, we should see it. We can follow it round.
We'll follow it around as well.
Hopefully.
Yeah. And there's loads of there's some down there, and these are kind of whizzing around everywhere. And it's all, I guess it's all safe as well.
Yeah, they'll stop automatically if you get in their way.
Yeah.
But obviously, it's better just to let them roll. Right.
So we start heading around because you can see one coming back there.
Yeah, this is one coming back into the high bay.
So this one's coming back, and then what sort of technology are you guys using for this as well? What's it all built on?
Yeah, so we're using web APIs here to connect to the third parties, sending them messages constantly. Generally, if anything goes wrong, that's where the issues are, between the messaging between all the systems. Guys, watch behind you. Just
safety of the cameras.
So there's two elements to where the pallets get offloaded, Matt. There's the stripping area,
right, which is there.
the pallet skimming area. So this is for stock where we think we'll only need 2 or 3 items maybe.
Yeah.
And that goes onto the top shelves of these racks. And then the other area is a full pallet.
Which is down here.
Which is just down here. And again, it's a shame the
robots
aren't coming.
Working their own pace, eh?
Work at their own pace. So it comes here, gets stripped off the pallet and put onto the racks, as you can see inside the main area there.
And all these, and then all of these racks, are they controlled by another set of robots?
Yes.
They're
controlled by the P800s, and we'll see those. Those are the circular robots
circular robots
that come and pick up the rack
and
take the rack to the picker. And that's the difference between the conventional picking downstairs, where the guy's walking round.
Yeah.
This is where the rack comes to the picker.
And it's literally lifting the whole rack.
Lifting the whole rack.
And that's the and again, is that another third? That's a different software from the JBT.
Yep.
Coming round here, yeah?
So the JBT software, effectively then, we pass that information on to the Geek software, who then take that into their system. So again, third party to third party with us in the middle.
Okay, cool. And that means that, and we're just got where we're heading now. We're just going to walk down.
So we can go down now and see where the racks are.
Yeah.
You can see the racks.
You can see them all whizzing. Well, not whizzing, but moving pretty quick.
So the racks come to the picker, and we'll go down there and we'll have a little look, see if there's anyone doing any picking.
Okay. So there's still that human element involved working with the technology. Do we go down this way? Or?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, lead the way, John.
Yeah, it's a bit
tight down
tight.
here.
It's a good job we've not had lunch.
All right, so these are all picking stations.
These are all picking stations.
As we're walking by, got you. And we'll be able to see a close. Oh, I can see now. We're getting a closer view of the Geek robots coming up.
Yeah. Just got to be careful. You don't break the light barrier.
Okay.
So don't put your hand.
Oh, so is that technology sensing that for safety as well?
Yes, for safety. Yeah.
So this is what you were talking about before, John. Yeah.
So that's the rack actually lifted up there by the robot and bringing it to the picker to take out however many is needed.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's how many? Do you know how many of these there are in this particular area?
There's about 140 of these P800s.
P800s, yeah. Just whizzing around 24/7.
Yep.
Right, should we carry on down there? And what got you into like working with like technology in the first place, John? Is it something you've always been?
No, not really. But I mean, you know, it's quite a long time I've been in IT now, Matt. So
how long you been here?
I've been here 30 years in September.
Oh, wow. I mean, that is an impressive achievement.
Thank you very much.
Oh, so this again, all right, this is another close-up
so
of the technology, bringing it to the picker.
The picker then, with his handset, determines how many we need.
Sorry, mate.
Sorry.
All right.
And
I've got to scan every single one, taking a box so I can put that.
That's okay.
And then he puts one item onto that robot there, which is the S20 robot, and you'll see those in a second. And they then drop them down a chute to a packing station on the floor below.
Ah, so you got one robot GBT working with these bigger Geek robots
to the S20 Geek robots.
To that, and then your teams are basically getting all that software talking to each other.
Correct.
Huh. Not an odd job then.
Tricky.
Tricky.
It's taken a few years.
Yeah, I bet. Right, let's carry on. Can we just squeeze by, mate? Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. There's a camera as well. Right, where are you taking me now then, John?
So this is a great viewpoint of the whole operation up here.
Okay.
You'll be able to see it in its splendour from up
oh
on
yeah,
high.
you start. Well, you definitely start getting the sense of the scale of it up here, don't you? You really do get the sense of scale up here. It's pretty big.
And the way that we started the project, it's split into 4 zones, this floor.
Right, so you've got what? Well, you can't. Can you still see the zones now? Or?
Not really. It's kind of roughly where those lines are. But so we started zone 1, make sure it was all working, and then eventually we've just stretched across the floor.
And then this runs the whole. And what sort of products are in here then? Is it? Do you know?
So these are small home products.
Yeah.
Your sort of kettles, toasters.
Got you.
But on this floor alone, so Dearne Valley Pallet picked 6 million units last year.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And this Geek floor picked around 2.6 million.
Of the 6 million?
Of the 6 million, yeah.
So just this one floor alone?
Just this one floor alone.
Impressive. Really, really impressive. And you do start to see the general scale, not just of what these robots are doing, but of the brand as well, I guess.
Yeah.
It really gives you kind of an idea of what's happening.
Yeah.
And do the robots ever crash or?
Occasionally.
Occasionally.
More the S20s.
Yeah. But I guess that's where the technology comes in play.
Well, the Geek system itself takes care of the movement of all the robots.
Right.
We don't do that element.
Yeah.
So they position where they want the racks to go, and they control the whole of the movement of the racks out to the picker. We just tell it we want this item, or how many of that item we want. That controls then the movement of the racks.
It's really impressive.
Yeah, you get a good view from here, don't you?
You get a real good view. And then, like you said, these are literally picking the racks up for next product and for total platform as well.
Yep.
And then these are taking them over to that side as well, aren't they?
Yeah, so yeah, they come out, the picker picks one unit, puts it onto the S20, and then we'll see when we go around the other side where that drops down the chute, down to the packing area below.
Okay, so shall we go and have a look at the S20s now then?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Okay, so we're down on, what are these called, these geek robots?
These are the S20s.
S20s, and these are whizzing around, yeah.
Yeah, these are the fun, these are the ones that people always really like to see. So, and as I said before, all they're simply doing is taking one unit of stock and dropping it down those packing stations that you can see for a customer.
So what are these doing with, how are these working with the other parts of this floor?
So the picker will put one item
Yeah.
onto one of those S20s, and they literally go to one of these packing stations,
Yeah.
tip up, and the parcel goes down a spiral chute down to the packing station downstairs, where it's obviously the invoice goes on and off it goes to the customer.
Your teams are working with linking all these systems together, right?
Yeah, so we are telling the Geek system that we've got a parcel for Mrs. Smith and it's got to go to packing station 18.
Yeah.
And then the Geek system effectively takes over and the S20 picks up and drops off.
Oh, right, and they're all different packing stations on the floor below.
Correct. And
Got ya.
usually those packing stations will be associated with an area of the country.
Right. Oh, let this robot go by. Right. And again, they're just literally, and they're working with the people, the pickers,
Yep.
that are picking the stock, putting it on there and going down.
Yep.
And again, all this technology is constantly talking to
Yes.
each other, yeah?
Yes.
So is it a lot of programming from scratch? Is it a lot of fixing?
It's a lot of programming from scratch because the Geek system, if you like, the warehouse control system, was very immature when we bought it. So
Right.
in collaboration with ourselves, we've effectively given them a far better warehouse control system now that they can take to other people. But obviously we've adapted it specifically for Next.
Right.
So it does what we want it to do. But now it's mature and yeah, it's been running for 2-3 years. So.
And the benefit of working with that third party is they've learned as well.
Absolutely.
And that's where the collaboration comes in, like
Absolutely,
you say.
yeah.
Oh, we've got another robot. I mean, like you say, there are a lot of robots around, but it is really safe as well. Like
It is, yeah. I mean, we're not allowed in that area.
No.
Obviously, our maintenance are only
No.
allowed in there if anything goes wrong.
that's when they go in and fix them as well.
yes.
So there's engineers to fix them as well. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's such a big. I mean, and like you say, it's one floor
Yep.
doing 2.6 million orders.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just the general scale is just enormous. So, I mean, it's thanks for taking me around, John, and you know, show me the scale of this. And it's great to see how the technology works with the warehouse systems as well. Because, well, the warehouse infrastructure. Sorry, because I don't think people always think that. I think
No, and you know, it's not just being sat behind a desk. This is a great example, really, of what we can do. You know, it's great to see, especially if you are a developer, you can come out here and see what you've actually done and see that the robots are working, and it's a great feeling for them. So yeah, it's a great project. Been a great project.
it's a great piece of work you and your team have done. So I appreciate it.
No problem at all, Matt. Anytime.
No worries. Thanks.
Thank you.